What is your American dream?
Actually, this is my dream. Always I wanted to perform in New York on the red carpet by my skill, not him. Yeah, actually, this is my dream.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome everybody. It is what I can't even read.
31st.
What is this?
Oh, woo! Sophisticated.
I can see.
You can finally see.
Oh, Yo-Yo!
Did I look like this?
I didn't even know you had a beard. You got a beard, man?
I've had one for about 3 years now.
Oh my God! I didn't even know.
Oh man. Oh, I think
Somebody in the booth likes it.
I think they like it. Do you guys like it?
I've been told to wear glasses forever on the show.
Looks great.
Because I told Jill I can't see anything.
Those
I don't
are really
like the
nice
glasses.
glasses,
Thank
too.
you very much. I looked hard for these, but I don't like them. It's, by the way, I can see now. It's Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. And I can even lean back now. I don't have to be.
Oh wow!
I don't even have to.
Usually,
I usually looking over, right? I could lean back and just be like,
wow!
Look, I can see
that.
everything. Yeah. Sasha Robinson, Jewel Delph, squat up. Jessica Levy, squat up. How are you? Look at this. I can see from a distance. Great. Joan Ambitious Powell, Maureen McFarland, Carol Anderson the Tiger, squat up. Sasha Robinson, I'm finally off from work so I can watch. Well, that's one of us, Sasha. Somebody has to work.
I know. Well, this is our work.
It's never going to happen that Sasha and I are off from work together. Because when I'm off from work, there's no Brad show.
There's no Brad show.
Right? So it's never going to happen.
Nope.
Damn. Carol the Tiger, how are you? Jessica Levy, I said, LaToya, his forever Bitterson, she's still with him.
Yeah.
She's still with him.
She's sticking beside him.
Stayed through thick and thin. Yep. Lisa Blake Rose, squad up. How are you? And Dahlia Dixon, Ray. I don't know who Ray is. Paulette Bryce Cameron, squad up. How are you? And that's it I see on Facebook. By the way, I could even lean back from here and see what's going on YouTube.
This is a great thing.
Daryl Winnebaugh, squad up. Stephen Neezy saying hello. And Ying Kai Lee.
Yes, Ying Kai Lee.
Squad up. How are you? And Amu Chandru saying hi, everybody. Brave girl. Good evening, Uncle Brad. She wants to know, as a pre-schmooze question, I don't really understand it, what does VAWA derivative mean for a 20-year-old child? It means that 20-year-old child is included on his or her parent's VAWA application, meaning that if the parent gets the green card, the VAWA applicant gets the green card, that child would be derivatively entitled to a green card as well. That's what it means. Take it away, Yo-Yo.
All right, squad. So now you already know what time it is. I need you guys all to throw in your questions in the comments section because we're going to answer them during social media check-in. And also, I need you guys to share this video with any and everybody through social media. Send it as a text. Send it anyway. Just copy the link or hit that little arrow and send it to your friends and family because we're about to start schmoozing with Brad. He's going to fill us in on the latest headlines, including a new report by FWD.US, which is an immigration advocacy group, that U.S. high schools will grant diplomas to 100,000 young undocumented immigrants this year. And a majority of these dreamers will not be eligible for work permits. And like you guys said in the comments, it is Tuesday, so also called Tuesday, is the way you guys are saying. So we're going to take a moment to sip on some tea with Brad and talk about some celebrity news that everyone is talking about, including the controversy being caused by celebrities like boxing legend Floyd Mayweather endorsing non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
I think we got to start employing some of the squad to be our writers here.
Yeah.
We've been calling it Tuesday Tea, but
they're saying Tuesday.
I like Tuesday.
I like it too.
I think we got to change it to it's Tuesday.
When I saw that in there, I was like,
yeah,
oh,
who came up with Tuesday?
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
I'll go back and see.
That was a good play on words there, whoever it was. Maybe we're going to call it Happy Tuesday.
Okay. I'm gonna find it.
Okay. All right. And by the way, you can call Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465.
And of course, who do you think?
Jessica Lee.
Yeah. What? She said it's Glasses Tuesday.
It's Glasses Tuesday. Okay.
Wow. Do you see that? What the heck?
So, by the way, you can call Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465. That's the number also to get on our show. We have a couple of lines open. And a hint. Oh, we have a public service announcement.
We do have a PSA.
Yes.
Ray. You saw that in there.
Yeah.
So Dahlia Dixon says, Ray is a Jamaican word that can be used to show that something looks good, Brad. Where's that ooh la la?
Ooh la la.
Oh la la.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm going to tell you something.
I love that.
I think we need ooh la la for Hump Day, too.
I already knew we were going to say that.
I mean, that's the first thing that went through my mind when I heard ooh la la.
I mean, you're giving Hump Day vibes right now.
I don't know who's saying that in my ear, but they're very seductive, whoever is saying
Hopefully everybody else can hear it, too, because...
Are they hearing that out there? I'm getting it. It's very seductive ooh la la.
I like it.
In my ear. And, of course, it's the same telephone number to call our show, 1-800-529-5465. And you can get on our show right now. We do have a couple of open lines available. And later in the show, we're going to celebrate summer, warmer weather, and the diversity of New York City with a trip to the World's Fair held at Citifield in Queens. By the way, yes, summer is here, Yo-Yo.
Is it officially summer?
It's not officially summer. It's the unofficial summer. Memorial Day weekend starts the unofficial summer, at least in the United States. The last Monday in May starts the unofficial summer, and the first Monday in September ends it.
Wow.
Even though I don't think it's the actual solstice till June 20-something.
Oh, okay.
And that June 21st is the actual summer solstice.
Oh, okay.
But in my book...
So are we in summer?
Not according
unofficially
to the Farmer's Almanac, no. But according to everybody else...
We are.
All right, let's start schmoozing. You know, for the last year or two, Yo-Yo, we've been saying that, the dreamers are not really dreamers anymore. It's not, deferred action for children anymore. Mm-hmm. It's really deferred action for adults who grew up here as children, because you had to have been physically here on June 15th, 2012, you had to be physically here on June 5th, 2007 and been under 30 on or before June 5th, 2012 in order to you have to be physically here on June. Why am I getting myself confused? You had to be physically here on June 7th. You had to be here on June 7th and been under 30 on June 5th, June 15th, 2012. One of those days, Yo-Yo.
It's been one of those days.
One of those days. I answered a lot of immigration questions today. So any event, that was about a decade ago.
Yeah.
And since then, more people have arrived.
Mm-hmm. So if they came after,
it's too bad.
Too late.
It's too bad. Mm. So if you are undocumented here after 2012, you are out of luck. And right now, according to FWD.US, there are over 600,000 students who arrived after
Oh man.
the DACA, who are young kids,
Yeah.
who are graduating from high school right now. They would not be included in DACA. They may or may not be included in any ultimate legislation that may be put into place in the future. 600,000 children not covered by DACA, and every year it gets worse and worse and worse. And when you're not covered by DACA, in 28 out of the 50 states, you can't even get in-state tuition to go to college.
Oh wow.
Let alone any government aid. You're not getting any government aid, but at least get in-state tuition. In more than half the states, you can't even get that. So,
That's so sad.
and nothing's changing with immigration. There's conversations that a bipartisan group led by Dick Durbin, John Cornyn, Texas, Tom Tillis. They're going to do immigration reform. I wish I had the BS button.
Yeah.
How many times we've heard that one, right? When cows fly, I'll see it.
Right. I couldn't even imagine coming to a whole new country at the age of 11 and then graduating, or not even 11, 7.
And
then graduating 17.
How about we spend our taxpayers' money educating all of these children, getting them ready for the workforce, getting them ready to be productive.
And they can't even.
And then we tell them, sorry, sit home. Sit home and do nothing. And by the way, you did nothing to put yourself in this position.
Right.
All right, you were 7 years old.
7 years old.
Or 5 years old, or whatever, when you came here. Meanwhile, so just
That's really sad.
yeah, just not getting better. And meanwhile, after a gunman killed at least 19 students and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas, there was a lot of people scared that ICE was on the scene. And there were a lot of tweets. On May 24th, a tweet that amassed thousands of likes and retweets within hours claimed, ICE is on the scene of a shooting that took place in a heavily Hispanic school, so undocumented parents have to consider arrest and deportation before they go check to see if their kids are alive.
That is wild.
Yeah. Now, an ICE spokesman told PolitiFact that it is not carrying out immigration enforcement in Uvalde. A branch of ICE is there to support the investigations. Customs and Border Patrol went in and actually were the group that actually killed the gunman. Why they went in and the police didn't, that's a whole other story. But on May 25th, a statement from the Department of Homeland Security said Uvalde is a protected area, which means those agencies do not conduct immigration enforcement there during an emergency event. The Department of Homeland Security spokesman said, to the fullest extent possible, ICE and Customs and Border Protection will not conduct immigration enforcement activities there so that individuals, regardless of immigration status, can seek assistance, reunify with family and loved ones, and otherwise address the tragedy. Now, Texas Governor Greg Abbott on May 25th also said that Border Patrol agents and other agency officers converged on the classroom to confront the shooter, and that a Border Patrol agent actually killed the gunman. And PolitiFact said that a branch of ICE on scene to support the investigation was as needed. However, ICE officers who carry out immigration enforcement are not on the scene there to deport people. So, meanwhile, do you remember the subway shooter?
Yes.
He was his name was Frank James, and he was charged with opening fire inside of an N train on April 12th in Brooklyn, leaving dozens of people hurt. And now the helpers are seeking protection from the nation's immigration system. There's actually 4 people who helped to arrest the shooter. How it kind of went was that these 4 different individuals, they were all immigrants and 3 of them undocumented, helped actually capture this man.
Wow.
An undocumented Mexican woman who had been on the train gave police her cell phone to retrieve videos of the chaos. which then was able to get a picture of him.
Oh, wow.
And then the next day, James walked by 3 men upgrading surveillance cameras at a hardware store in the East Village, and they flagged down the police officers. They were also an undocumented Mexican immigrant, a Lebanese student, and an American-born Syrian who had fled the civil war. Now, the 3 of them are in the early stages of applying for visas set aside for victims of crimes, and it's being publicized in a lot of the news right now that they are trying to get U visas. One of the women, who asked to be identified by only her last name being Flores, because she fears deportation, because she helped the police but has an order of deportation actually against her. That is why we have, New York City is a city that does not have the police every time they come into contact with an immigrant. That's why they don't call it Department of Homeland Security. They want immigrants, even if you've been ordered deported, to help capture people. Okay? That's the whole idea behind these cities saying we're not going to contact Department of Homeland Security every time we come in contact with an immigrant to get somebody deported. We want you to report.
Yeah.
And now, of course, in the news, these cities are called sanctuary cities. And now in the news, they're saying, sanctuary cities, they're protecting people. Actually, here's a situation where a sanctuary city protected everybody else.
Right.
Because if New York City was not a sanctuary city, this guy still could be running around. It was immigrants, 2 undocumented, one with an order of deportation against her, who came forward to the police, felt comfortable enough to come forward to the police and said, I saw the guy, here he is. Here's my phone. You can take a picture of him. Here's a picture of him. Imagine if New York was not a sanctuary city. Imagine maybe this guy would never been captured.
Right.
Who knows?
Nobody would have stepped up.
Right, but but you don't hear about that on Fox News. Sanctuary city rule, help save New York.
Right.
Because if it wasn't a sanctuary city, people would say, I'm not going to the cops, they're going to arrest me.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, they're all applying for U visas. I hope they get it.
I do too. They deserve it.
Well, I don't know. Well, legally, I don't know if they deserve it. Oh, my thing just fell. I have a thing that just fell. Give me 1 second here. So I'm back in the loop. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Have some tea. Early tea. There we go. Yeah, I hope they deserve it, but legally, I don't know if they're entitled to it.
Right.
Because to get a U visa, you need to be the victim of a crime.
And
they're witnesses to a crime.
How about the lady was on the train with
them,
right?
if the gunman is charged with attempted murder or attempted assault of this lady who took the video, then she is a crime victim. But if he is not charged as shooting at this lady, and all this lady did was take a video of her, then that lady's not a crime victim. That lady's a witness to a crime.
Got you.
There is no visa for witness to crime.
Right.
There is only visa for victim of crime. So it'll be interesting to see how the police and the district attorneys charge this man, and if he is, and one of the counts is charged with committing a crime against these people. So maybe the woman in the train may have been, maybe he aimed the gun at her, maybe he shot at her, but walking down the street, the other guys who were not victims of crimes. They were just good citizens who were witnesses. Now, one of the lawyers is trying to get one of their clients what's called an S visa, which is a cooperating witness visa. But a S visa, a cooperating witness visa, is when you are charged with a crime and then they flip you and you say, okay, I'll rat out my other people.
Oh.
But that's
not... You get a visa for that?
There's a visa for rats.
Right, wow.
It's called the snitch visa.
Yeah, the S...
yeah, that's why they call it the S visa, the snitch visa. Mm-hmm. But you're not...
But they're not being charged for a crime.
They're not being charged with a crime.
Yeah.
And they didn't rat out
A friend.
A friend.
Right.
So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work out well. I read another article where another man has a pending asylum case, and he's from Lebanon, and that lawyer is going to argue now that he cooperated with the police and he goes back to Lebanon. Hezbollah is not going to like that he cooperated with the police and may be after him. I don't know. I don't know if that'll fly, but sounds weak to me.
Yeah.
Sounds very weak to me. But the whole idea behind a sanctuary city is that we have situations where people who are undocumented, people who have orders of deportation, come to the police and help solve crimes because we all live together in a community. And if we're in cities that don't have sanctuary, that are not sanctuary, where undocumented immigrants, people with orders of deportation are scared to go to the police to help them solve crimes, to go report fires, then guys like this are still going to be walking around.
I agree.
So here's one for the good guys.
Yeah.
Okay, but you won't hear it on Fox. You'll just hear them lambast sanctuary cities. But, you know, this is exactly why you have a sanctuary city. And in Texas, thousands of protesters gathered outside the National Rifle Association annual convention in Houston over the weekend, condemning the gun lobby for its opposition to gun control. The NRA gathering was just held 3 days after the mass shooting in Uvalde, less than 300 miles away. And Donald Trump gave, before he gave his speech, that everyone in the United States should have multiple guns. He said, oh, by the way, let's read off the names of the people
He cannot. He has no right to say any of their names.
Well, yeah. I mean, I want to thank Donald Trump because his prayers and thoughts, do something to help.
Right.
Do something to help, stop this in the future. When you say you're going to do something, and a politician says, yes, we're going to give our prayers and thoughts, and it's not the gun, it's mental health, it's this, that, and that, and we're going to give our prayers and thoughts, and we say thank you very much for helping out in your prayers and thoughts.
Nothing.
You don't think prayers and thoughts help anybody?
No, especially from Donald Trump.
I don't think prayers and thoughts help. I mean, prayers help, but it's not stopping.
Thoughts and prayers are not going to bring back these innocent kids.
Thoughts and prayers are not stopping gun violence.
Yeah.
Do you know how many mass shootings there were over the Memorial Day weekend?
How many?
In the United States that have gone unpublicized? 14. 14 mass shootings in a 3-day weekend that went unpublicized. Do you know what the definition of a mass shooting is?
4 or more.
4 or more people injured by gunshots in one incident. 14 different times around the United States of America.
Didn't even know about one of them.
Okay. And when you care more about arming yourself than about the sanctity of life, you care more about having a gun to protect yourself than whether your children live or die. There's a sick perversion in this country when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And I did a video on TikTok about this, Yo-Yo. I don't know if you saw it. I know you follow my TikTok, but I don't know if you watch every last one of the videos.
I try to.
Okay. somebody made it. I went off topic because it's usually immigration, but somebody asked a gun control question, and I said, the basis of the Second Amendment was put in place by our founding fathers because they wanted to protect individuals from overreach by the state. So they said, okay, everyone could have a musket. Everyone could have a gun to protect themselves from overreach by the state and overreach by the federal government. But we're in a different situation right now where we don't have muskets. We have AK-47s, and we don't have a situation where we have a guy with a pointy hat and one bullet to go into a gun
right.
with a knife at the end of it.
Right.
We have F-16s, tanks, and everything else. So you could have.
Or you have to put the gunpowder in.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly, right. So I mean, when you say you know what? We want guns to protect ourselves from an intrusive federal government. Let me point out something that that seems to me very obvious that nobody seems to point out. The federal government has a military budget of $800 billion a year. They have tens of thousands of F-16 fighters. Go watch Tom Cruise this weekend in one of them.
Gun.
Okay? They have tens of thousands of tanks, tens of thousands of nuclear weapons, millions of men in arms. If they want to come bomb your house, they're going to come bomb your house whether you got 2 guns, 10 guns, or 20 guns. Right?
Yep.
The federal government wants to come after you. Your guns ain't stopping them. So I think it's a really stupid argument. There's no sense in having AK-47s to protect yourself from a government.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. You don't need an AK-47 to hunt.
No.
I'm not saying get rid of all guns, but let's be sensible with what we're doing. You're always going to have gun violence. You know, then the other argument is, well, we made drugs illegal and there's still drugs. Yeah, but drugs give happiness to people, and there's also a sense of drugs as being harmless.
Right.
It's a harmless.
And some people actually use it for medical.
For medical, it's harmless to the person, to everybody else other than the person who uses it. Guns are harmless generally to the person who uses it unless they shoot themselves, but harms everybody else.
Yeah.
So I think that's also a dumb argument. So, by the way, guns have taken over from cars as the leading death of U.S. youth in the United States. All right, let's get to tea. We got to get moving. We have some tea?
All right.
We have some tea?
I saw Jeremy put in here saying that the tea is piping hot.
Oh, yes, because last week I complained about cold tea.
So they're not playing.
Oh, yeah. The butler was very insulted last week. I got
offended.
I got a memo from the butler the next day.
Oh.
He said to me he works very hard on his tea.
Oh, I see the steam coming out.
He said to me he works very hard on his tea. And that if I have a problem with his tea,
then you do something about it yourself.
I should come and have a private meeting with him.
I thought long and hard about that.
What kind is this?
What kind of tea is this, Butler?
Oh, what kind of tea is it?
Butler doesn't know what he's serving today.
It is honey and chamomile.
Ooh, chamomile, honey,
Ooh, I want you to know something. This is really good.
Yeah.
This is really good. Jill's dancing. She loves when she gives us good tea.
Her tea is always good.
This is very good tea.
Ooh, this might wake me up. Oh.
This tea is so hot it's steaming up my glasses, Yo-Yo.
Yeah, mine too.
I can't even see. I need a napkin.
I need those little glasses windshield.
you know, like Urkel.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
Yeah.
I always wanted those for my glasses, like when it rains. Oh man, this is so good.
I'm really dating myself when I'm talking about Urkel.
Yeah. Well,
that makes me feel bad. I'm old.
I mean, I remember when it came on.
Yeah.
Too.
All right. Let's see where our tea is here. Throw that over there. What do we got for tea, Yo-Yo? Actor Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Tomato. McConaughey?
Yeah.
It's not hump day, Yo-Yo. He grew up in the Texas town of Uvalde. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's where the shooting was.
Yeah.
And he actually... By the way, you know what I read today about the shooting? The grandmother who the shooter shot, she worked as a teacher's aide in the Robb Elementary School.
Wow.
So maybe that's why he
went there.
He had a thing against his grandmother because he first shot the grandmother. Last I heard, she's still alive. Maybe I don't know if she died over the weekend. I didn't see.
I don't know.
But she's still alive. She's still alive according to Jilly. But the grandmother worked in the school.
Horrible.
Meanwhile, Matthew McConaughey, what's his name?
McConaughey, Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey. You don't know him? The actor?
Of course I know him, but I always call him McConaughey because it's my New York accent. And it, in Texas, it's McConaughey. In a tweet early Wednesday, the Oscar winner, wrote, "The true call to action now is for every American to take a longer and deeper look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what is it that we truly value? How do we repair the problem? What small sacrifices can we individually take today to preserve a healthier and safer nation state and neighborhood tomorrow? We cannot exhale once again, make excuses, and accept these tragic realities as the status quo." All lovely thoughts. It's like saying I got my thoughts and prayers are with you.
Yeah.
I can't stand that, by the way. When a congressman or a senator, Ted Cruz, President Trump, ex-President Trump, he's not a president anymore, our thoughts and prayers are with the victims. Abbott, when they're the ones who
have the power to change stuff.
That's correct. And when 70% of U.S. citizens and voters say they want sensible gun laws, and 3% of Americans own more than 50% of the guns in America. Think about the small amount of people who are controlling everybody else. 3% of Americans own more than 50% of the guns in America. And Matthew McConaughey says, how do we repair the problem? It's simple. Let's start treating guns. I know how to repair the problem. Start treating guns like we treat cars.
I agree.
Have a license. Have required training. Have an age. All right, you can't drink till 21, then you shouldn't have a gun till you're 21. Limit the number of guns per person.
Yeah. Limit
guns for what a human being in a private home would need it for. Their own personal protection. You don't need an AK-47 or an AK-57 or whatever the heck they're called for your personal protection. You don't need it for hunting. They call them assault rifles for a reason, because you are assaulting somebody. They don't call them protection rifles. They don't call them hunting rifles. They are assault. Assault means that you are attacking somebody. It's not necessary. So that's the first thing you can do. Do those 3 sensible things. It's not going to eliminate gun violence, just like we still have car accidents and just like people still get killed on the road. But it's a good start to reduce where we are now, where I don't have to wake up Monday morning and read over the weekend, by the way, we had 14 more mass shootings. Isn't tea supposed to be fun?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at least 4 musicians who are set to sing in a concert at this weekend's annual convention of the National Rifle Association canceled their performance.
Canceled.
Larry Stewart, Don McLean, known for his 1970s hit American Pie. You know that song?
Yep.
Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy till the levee was dry.
Yep.
And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye. That's what I know.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know who Larry Stewart is. Larry Gatlin. I think Larry Gatlin's a country singer. I wouldn't know his songs. You know any country songs?
No.
You don't seem like a country.
Nah, I'm not really a country guy, but like he looks like one.
I only knew one of them. Top Gun.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I didn't yet.
Everybody,
Have you seen it?
no, but everybody wants to go see it.
Yeah, they're firing up the box office.
It set a new record that, including overseas ticket sales, $300 million opening weekend. They say movies are back now. First big movie since the pandemic.
Yeah, well, this is a classic though.
Because
they just redid.
you didn't. I didn't believe, honestly, that people were going to go back to the movie theaters.
It
Did
was.
you believe? Even I said, you know what? People got used to watching movies at home.
Yeah,
they're releasing movies at home. I said, why do you need to go to a movie?
No.
You know, people go buy all like their fancy TVs now with like their surround sound.
I mean, I have a fancy TV with surround sound, but it's also like that feeling of going to a theater. It's super dark. You go and get your snacks, even though they're overpriced, and just I don't know. It's fun.
Because it's an experience.
Yeah, and then like when you used to do it when you're younger, so you kind of feel that nostalgic feeling, and it's an experience. Exactly what you said. So.
I didn't think people were gonna.
I knew that they were. There's so many movie lovers out there. So,
by the way, it's the biggest opening since 2007 Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Yeah, that's huge.
Johnny Depp being in the news for 2 different reasons
Right,
this week.
right. Both not too good.
well, yeah, because his film got overtaken,
and
apparently he's an abuser.
Yeah,
a drug abuser and physical abuser.
Yeah, so not too good for Johnny.
A lot of people seem to be in his corner. And I'll be honest with you. I don't get it.
I saw some.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it, but I don't get it.
What?
He's an abuser.
Yeah.
He's an abuser. I don't care.
Well, I don't know if I read it right, but someone who had said that he had abused, she came out and said, "Oh no, it didn't happen." So I don't know what's happening.
I believe it happened. I'm sure she's not an angel in all of this, but I don't know. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, no.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him too. But he's the one who brought this whole circus. So I feel.
And he's taking the shine away from Top Gun.
Yeah, no, but in other words, people are like, why do you feel bad for her? Why do you feel bad? Because he's the one who brought the circus. She's just a defendant, and she's the abused woman. I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, congratulations to Tom Cruise.
And I don't know. There was this boxer. He was unable to get a visa for a major fight in Australia. Lightweight champion Devin Haney. His trainer father, Bill Haney, was denied entrance into Australia because he had a 1992 drug conviction. So that was a big problem. He said, I did some mistakes at 22, 23 years ago. Now his son, who is paying for it, and he wouldn't be allowed in the U.S. either without a waiver.
All right.
All right. He could have got a waiver from Australia, but I don't know why he didn't get it. What do you think of these celebrity endorsements? The NFTs went down the drain. You know, these non-fungible tokens.
Right.
You get the whole non-fungible token thing?
No.
You can buy an original of a digital work. An original digital work.
Yeah.
So you have the original of it. Any other picture is not original.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have an original Picasso.
Right, but
and
like
all the
digital
posters of the Picasso are not.
Right.
So it's a way of making something original on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And their prices went way up, and then with inflation, the war in Ukraine, stock market crash, they also crashed.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of celebrities are now being accused of a lot of hype
because they were endorsing it.
They were endorsing it. They were hyping it, and a lot of people lost money.
Yeah, well, that's why you can't just, go just because the celebrity's talking about it, just because it's one of your favorites. You can't just be going out there because at the end of the day, they're gonna do what's best for them.
Yeah. Now, when Floyd Mayweather, I'll give you an example. When Floyd Mayweather started touting an obscure NFT project on Twitter this year, a guy by the name of Tyler jumped at the investment opportunity. Mayweather, a boxing legend, had already served as Tyler's biggest inspiration in martial arts training, and Tyler was also looking for investment opportunities and figured Floyd Mayweather, who's boxing champion, and he called himself the Money Man, was worth listening to. And in a video, Mayweather, dressed in a Louis Vuitton vest with a diamond bracelet, necklace, a gold watch, said, "What I need everybody to do right now is go get a Bored Bunny NFT. You're hearing it from the one and only Floyd, Make That Money Mayweather."
See what I'm saying?
Right. And then this guy Tyler bought it, and now it's worth value of my glasses? Nothing.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Like Don Harriet said, have a mind of your own.
Yeah.
Y'all need to do research. Not just.
But you want to know what?
You gonna believe Floyd Mayweather?
But you want to know what? If you really believe in the investment, and she's right, if you really believe in the investment, then you can't look at investments on day to day. You can't look at your stocks day to day. Stocks go up, stocks go down. You look at it year to year.
Right.
2 years to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in a year this all comes back. You don't know. If you're buying the product.
Yeah.
If you're buying the hype, then you're out.
Yeah.
Now you got to do your research for it.
Yeah.
All right, that's our tea, Yo-Yo.
All right.
All right, and in this edition of TikTok Time, I answered a question about how immigration law has changed under Donald Trump and Biden and how to get a visitor's visa. There were 472 executive orders made by Donald Trump without congressional approval, executive orders rolling back immigration rules and regulations. It included closing off the border between Mexico and the United States. It included limiting humanitarian protections for people in the United States. It included random enforcement by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE officers randomly walking through neighborhoods picking people up. It included severe reductions in staff at USCIS, at EOIR, the immigration judges, at U.S. embassies abroad to actually process legal immigration. Unfortunately, the way Trump did it, Biden was able to change some things back, but other things are going to be remaining on the books for years and years and years. To get your visitor's visa, you got to prove you intend to leave the United States. Other than that, they won't give you the visitor's visa. How do you prove that? Well, every case is different, but start with you own property, you have a good paying job you're going back to, you're leaving family behind. I would start there. Ready for meat and potatoes, Yo-Yo?
Let's eat.
Let's eat. People are like, Brad, you do your show in your underwear? No, I don't do my show in my underwear. But if I wear jeans, nothing, for some reason, when you wear jeans, everything sticks.
Everything sticks. When you slacks, it just
everything slides out of, All right, you ready to go? Let's go to Sharon, Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. Sharon, how are you?
Yes, Uncle Brad. Good evening.
Good evening.
Time on your talk show.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I got two questions for you.
Yes.
First one, my friend is a U.S. citizen and would like to file for her mother and her sibling, but the sibling will be 21 in 4 months. Will she fall under the brother-sister category, or she will get through with her mom?
Well, first of all, when you when you file for a mother, whether the child's 20, 15, 10, or 5, it doesn't matter. The child's not included on that case.
Oh, praise God. Thank you so much.
All right. So it doesn't matter. So whether unfortunately, it doesn't matter when you started, that child wasn't getting the green card through the mother, unfortunately. Okay. So
all right.
The sister should file for her now at 20. But really what should happen is when the mother comes to the United States, the mother should turn around and file for her in the F2B category. It will still be faster than the sister.
Oh, I see. Because she soon be 21 in
21 at that point, yeah.
She'll be 21 in 4 months
so
from now.
where is she now?
She's in Jamaica.
Yeah. So basically the way it's going to work is the U.S. citizen's going to file for her mother. The mother's going to come up alone. And, no one should feel bad because even if the child was 15, child wasn't coming. And then when the child comes to the United States when the mother comes to the United States of America, the next day turn around and file for her daughter down in Jamaica, and that'll be about 6-7 years, unfortunately.
Well, she have like a brother who is 6. He will get to come with his mother, or she have to do the same thing?
She would have to do the same thing. He would be faster, about 2 to 3 years.
Okay. All right. The second one, Uncle Brad.
Yes.
I filed petition for my daughter who is 21, over 21. So she got a call. The NVC sent her thing to the embassy. But when she go to do the interview, or medical, she did the medical 10 days before she went in. But when she read, the medical did not reach. But I was looking on SEAC today where it is saying refusal. So I'm saying, what is happening?
I don't know why it was refused, but something bad happened. Obviously, I'm not part of the case, so I don't know what happened wrong. You can either wait for a decision. The only other alternative would be to hire my law firm. I mean, you can hire any law firm or hire my law firm to call the U.S. Embassy and say what's going on. But I don't know.
Yeah, because what happened, Uncle Brad, according to what they say, they get through at that part because they took the passport and everything, but the medical did not reach when the interview was.
Maybe I don't know if it's because the medical wasn't done properly. I don't know the answer. But if you want to resolve a refusal on an embassy case, you have to get involved immediately while the file remains at the U.S. Embassy. Because after the U.S. Embassy, let's say the U.S. Embassy revokes, or denies, or whatever word they want to use, they could always change their mind.
Yes.
Okay, it's not like USCIS where denial's a denial and there's nothing, legally they can do. U.S. Embassy could change their mind whenever they want, as long as the file is there in their possession.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is once there's a denial, at some point, whether
it's not denial, it's a refusal.
Refusal means denial. Once there's
but what?
I don't know, but in other words, once a visa is refused, once there's a denial, whatever words you want to use, there's weeks that go by. It depends. Every embassy is different. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks before what their boxes get filled up, and they ship the boxes back to the United States with all the files.
Oh my God!
And then that's it. There's nothing you can do once the file's out.
So what I am saying now, when they went for the actual interview, is like the lady would say, like they get through, but the thing is, the medical did not come.
Okay, and what I'm saying is, I don't know the answer. And what I'm also saying is, I'm trying to explain to you how it works. You only have weeks to call up and try to convince them to change their mind.
Yes.
All right. So hold on one second. Let's go to Dahlia in Rosedale, New York.
Hi.
Hi, Dahlia.
I did an interview last year, March, with my husband.
Yes.
Everything went perfect in the interview until I asked this man, have you ever been to prison?
Uh-huh.
This man sit in the interview room to the officer and deny that he went to prison. The lady asked him 3 times.
What is he, a dummy? I mean, why wouldn't they think that the government would know if you went to prison or not?
That's what I'm saying. The lady asked him, have you ever been to prison? 3 times she asked him. And this man said, no, I didn't.
Did you know that he went to prison?
No, I didn't know that he went to prison.
Okay, so he held it from you as well?
Yes.
So what was he in prison for?
Then the lady said to him, do you wish to tell your wife why you went to prison? Oh, this man going to tell the officer, oh, this is none of your business. We didn't come here for this.
What?
Then she said, your wife's not going to leave here until I told her why you go to prison. Then she told me, do you know that your husband been to prison for 14 years? I could have nearly dropped dead in the office. Then she said to me, he go there for robbery, aggravation, something with intent, whatever. Then she said to me, I'm not going to tell you the rest. I want this man to tell you when you go home. So this kind of puzzled me. So she turned to me and said, she's going to talk to her supervisor. So she went away to her supervisor. Then she come back. She said to me, Miss Hamilton, I do not deny your case, but this man that you're married to is a wicked man, and I think I need a fingerprint on this guy.
And you need to what?
She need a fingerprint on him.
Mm-hmm.
So even when we come home, he didn't say nothing about why he go to prison for 14 years. I have to Google this man myself. This man went to prison for sex offense. He was a pedophile.
Yeah, well, if he went to prison for a sex offense and he's a pedophile, that would prevent you from getting your green card under the Adam Walsh Act.
Yes, that is what. Now they send five fingerprint come.
Yeah. So what's going to happen?
He didn't do the fingerprint. because right now I don't know where this man is.
Oh, he disappeared. Okay.
He disappeared. Then
Was
they
there?
just sent-
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay. Other than the lying to you, was there any abuse in the relationship? Was there any emotional abuse? No.
No.
Nothing.
Everything was. This man was so nice, perfect, until his secret burst out in the office, in the interview.
And then what happened?
Then he's telling me, now that this wicked lady tell you some stuff about me, so he's telling me that the officer is a wicked lady because she tell me stuff about him that I believe this lady over me. I said to him, listen, you cannot lie to an officer. They already have your information. Once this lady asks you for your middle initial, she asks you for your last four number of your social security. She have everything on you. All you have to do is just tell this lady, yes, I've been to prison. What I did, I'm sorry, but whatever. But you're going to sit there and you're going to lie.
Sorry. So this is the situation. Okay. Number one, you married a pedophile, which is not pleasant to find out after the fact. Two, there's no way in the world the government's going to approve your immigration case. They rarely ever approve these type of cases where the Adam Walsh waiver is required. Oh. Okay. Three, the man left you out of shame.
Yes.
So you're in a situation where even if you go find the guy and make up with him and say, okay, I forgive you, the likelihood of getting through is small because you need to do this waiver. You can, file an abuse case if there was abuse. There's no physical abuse. You just told me he's the nicest man in the world to you.
Physical abuse.
Right, he's the nicest man.
The only physical abuse is with his mouth.
Okay, so he's emotionally abusive, and maybe this one, because I hear your anger and just in your voice right now, maybe this one incident is such an extreme level of abuse that maybe it can be used as, and the continuation of what happened after this interview, that maybe the emotional abuse started then when you discovered this manipulation and whatever happened thereafter. I don't know.
Because when he come home, he's been very rude with his mouth.
It's something to explore. In an extreme emotional abuse case, that's something to explore. I think if you're going to stay with him, be honest with you, I don't think you're going to get your green card because the Adam Walsh waiver is very hard to get. Or alternatively, your third choice would be get divorced and move on. But I would start exploring an emotional abuse case. All right, so hold on 1 second, okay? Let's go to William in New York. William.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, great. Thank you. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for your great show. I just have a few notes here.
Sure.
Let me see. I have a situation I want to explain to you. Okay, so I'm representing a young artist who is being celebrated for one of their works. And for that work, they need to take a flight in order for them to be present in the ceremony. Mm-hmm. But they're undocumented. They have a state ID. What do you think that they should do?
Where are they flying to?
To New York.
From where?
Los Angeles.
I think they should buy a plane ticket and fly from Los Angeles to New York with this state identification. The Real ID Act has not gone into effect yet, so any a valid state identification is fine to travel.
Okay. So even though it's not like a life or death thing, this is something that...
Yes, even though it's not life or death, the TSA is not Customs and Border Patrol. What they have to confirm is that the person getting on the plane is the person who bought the plane ticket is the same person with name on plane ticket, name on government ID. And at the moment...
Even like middle name and everything like that?
Yeah. At the moment, that's it. So you show your ID, that's it. They're not asking your immigration status, going from Los Angeles to New York. At the moment...
What about going back, New York to Los Angeles?
Same, no problem. Okay. At the moment, the Real ID Act is not in effect. At some point, I don't remember the date, sometime in 2023, it's supposed to go into effect. And then, unless you have a Real ID, which is the enhanced driver's license, enhanced state identification, you wouldn't be able to use your regular license to get on the plane. But that's
Okay,
not
great.
in effect at the moment.
I had listened to some of your show, or I'd done some research online, and it seemed like this is something that was okay. Like a quick Google search just says, hey, you can do it. Then I was listening to some of your show, and one caller, I didn't hear the beginning of what they were saying, but they said that their mom was deported from the airport, and that made me get worried, so I started doing research.
Because they were probably coming in from another country.
Okay.
Right.
That's why that would happen. So this is a common thing that people do?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Should he avoid posting on social media at all?
Should he avoid posting on social media? No one's checking your social media to travel from Los Angeles to New York.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Let's go to YK in Philadelphia.
Hello. Hi, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, my situation was very stupid. So I'm actually a F1 student in the U.S.
Where are you from?
I'm from China.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 years ago, I was convicted of simple DUI back in California.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm pursuing my engineer master degree. But I had some emotional abuse by my parents back home. So 8 years later, I was, doing the stupid thing again. So I was, charged with resisting arrest and DUI in New Jersey. But the resisting arrest already amended to municipal ordinance violation. So it's not in the criminal code, but I was convicted of the DUI.
So you have two DUIs now?
Yeah, two DUIs now. So I will finish my master's degree in the end of this year. I want to know if I will be deported before my graduation, because this master is really important for me.
No, DUI is not a deportable offense.
Okay. So, because I thought my future is quite bright, as soon as I graduate after the master degree, but unfortunately, I'm stupid enough to make this mistake.
Okay.
So I want to know if I can get the OPT or H-1B.
You should be able to.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
All
it's just not citizen, right?
Yeah. If you have two simple DUIs, it's not good moral character, perhaps, for adjustment of status to a green card, but you don't need good moral character to get OPT. You don't need good moral character for an H-1B, and DUI is not deportable offenses. I mean, if you travel and try to get a visa to return, they may stop you, but in terms of just changing your status here, I think you should be okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Brad. And I also book a consultation with you on Saturday, so I can talk more detail with you.
Okay, we'll look forward to speaking to you.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Bye.
All right, let's go to Gabriel in Allentown, Texas. Hi, Gabriel.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How about yourself, sir?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, yes, sir. I have a removal proceeding case.
Where are you from?
And I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
And I was trying to terminate the motion through my VAWA approval.
You were trying to make a motion to terminate your removal because you have a VAWA approval.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the question is what?
The highest disagreed to join my motion.
They disagreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is your question?
So my question is, I don't know what next to do.
What next to do? You are in a pending removal case. You have not been ordered deported yet. You asked to terminate the proceedings so you can adjust your status. I said no. So you go back to your master calendar hearing. You tell the judge, I want to adjust my status before you then.
Yeah, because my master calendar.
You get your green card before the judge. Simple enough.
Yeah, my master calendar hearing is 2025.
All right, so then you asked to recalendar it to an earlier date. That's your next motion. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm not representing you, but I don't know all the nuances of the reasons what your lawyer said, why I denied to join in on that. I don't know the nuances of of the reasons. I'm just telling you what procedurally is going to happen next. So
yeah, I know you never told me any reason. So
I don't know the
trying
reason
to see
either.
if I can.
I don't know. I'm not a clairvoyant, so I don't know why or what. I can just tell you what procedurally is going to happen next. You'll still get your green card. You just have to do it before the immigration judge. There's obviously a reason why they did it, why they turned you down, because it seems to me that they have too many people in removal. They want to get people out who are eligible for green cards. So maybe there's some issue that you have we don't know about. So maybe you want to have that consultation with me and I can figure it out. But I would say there's some issue in your case.
Yes, I want to have the consultation.
Okay, hold on. You must have an issue in your case. I even hear it in your voice. I hear it in his voice. He knows there's something more there. Let's go to Manu in Denver. Manu. Am I reading that right? Yes. Manu in Denver. My glasses are foggy still from tea. I don't even have yeah, give me that. Thank you very much. Manu, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good. I asked, thank you, Yo-Yo, because if I moved, all my wires would have fallen. I'm kind of like chained to this chair now.
Yeah.
Till
I got your back.
Thank you. Till the show's over, I can't move. I know what it's like to be chained to something now for hours. Yes, Manu. How can I help you?
Yes. I have two questions for you. So, actually, I've been in the United States and in Colorado for about 22 years.
Right.
You have a green card, and I'm in good standing. But I had one blemish on my record I think about 4 years ago now. It's a problem for me, right? To get I think my citizenship, because I was trying to apply for my citizenship.
What's your problem from 4 years ago?
I refused to tell on a friend who had drugs in my car.
You refused to tell on a friend who had a what in your car?
Who had drugs in my car.
Drugs in your car.
Basically, the charge was
the drugs. Guess what? The drugs were in your car, so the drugs belong to you.
Yeah.
Okay. They found drugs in a car that belonged to you. You got charged for drugs.
Yeah.
What was the end result of the case?
I got I think it was a 2-year probation. I completed that successfully.
When was your probation up?
You said what?
When was your probation up?
About 2 years ago. I got done with probation.
When was that your only conviction ever in the 22 years of having a green card?
That was my only felony conviction, yes.
Whoa. What about other convictions?
I had misdemeanor, like speeding tickets and stuff like that. And
so I would not file for your citizenship. You're not going to get it right now. You need 5 years good moral character. You don't have it. Good moral character starts at the end of probation. 2, you seem to be a deportable alien, certainly with a drug felony and perhaps with multiple misdemeanors from before. I would have a good lawyer review your entire rap sheet before you make any further moves. Hold on one second. Let's go to Harris in Stafford, Virginia.
Hello, sir. How are you,
How are
sir?
you?
I have a question. I'm good, sir. I have a question, sir. I'm a new asylum seeker. I just submitted my asylum like a week before, right? I have the question is that it will not affect my case if I apply for individual tax identification number?
No.
Because I need my license to lease a house for bank accounts. So
you have
because I'm eligible.
You have to file a tax return to get the tax ID number, but you can file for it.
Okay, because I'm eligible for work permit, but I'm waiting for 150 days. Like after 150 days, I can apply.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no problem with this,
No
right?
problem. No.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
God bless.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's go to Jackie in Manhattan. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Brad. Good day to you.
Good day.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
When you get called to do your biometric, how soon after the interview?
After your biometric, depends what the case is. What's the case?
For your citizenship.
When did you file your citizenship?
Oh, about 2 weeks ago, and then I get the call.
For
3 weeks ago,
and they're calling you for biometrics already?
Yes.
Oh, there's usually they're waiving
2
it.
or
But
3 weeks ago.
citizenship's taking fast. You should have it in 6 months.
And how sooner can you file for your? How long when after you swear in for your citizenship, filing for your parents?
The
How
same
long
day.
it takes to come through?
You can file for the
No,
same.
how long?
Where are your parents?
Yeah, but how long?
Where are your parents?
Here.
In the United States?
Yeah.
About a year to adjust.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck. You see, that was a perfect call. You know, like public service announcement by Stargirl Mika. You know what she wrote? Remember, y'all, you're not calling Brad here for a free consultation. You're calling for a question.
That part.
Yes, I like that. Elaine in the Bronx.
Yeah, hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's going on?
I have maybe 2 questions. First, my grandkids, they've been filed for, and my daughter by American citizen husband, and they've been documentally qualified for 12 months already. Jamaica, how long is it backed up already? Do you know?
About 12 months. They should be getting a call very soon.
Okay.
All right.
The other question I'm calling, this is for a friend. She came across the southern border, right? And they give her on her paper. She said they wrote on it parole. Can she apply because she wants to seek asylum? What's her next step?
Well, if she was paroled into the United States, didn't she already apply for asylum?
I don't know what she did. She told them she ran away from her country. She and her daughter, and
If they paroled her, that means they gave her a credible fear interview and let her in the country. So she has to apply for asylum now.
Yeah.
Right. So now she has to apply for asylum.
Yeah, because I want to make an appointment for her.
Yeah, let her come see me. Let her come see me.
Okay, and another thing, one final question: if somebody else's paper said they're arrested and placed in deportation, that's a problem, right? What they need to do? They can do anything to get out?
If somebody is in deportation, can they do something to get out?
They come across the border also, and that person said on their paper it says they've been arrested and.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you come across the border and you have a credible fear of persecution, you apply for asylum or Convention Against Torture.
I'm gonna tell them to come see you,
Okay.
Brad.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Ortarine in the Bronx. Ortarine.
Hi, Brad. Good
How are you?
evening. Hello?
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Good evening. So, I'm an American citizen, and I filed for my husband. I got married last year.
Right.
And I filed for my husband in December. How long it's going to take for the processing to get rolling and started? So we've been together for 6 years.
Where's your husband?
He's in Jamaica.
And you filed for him the I-130 in December?
Yes.
Probably you'll get a decision sometime the end of the summer, early fall.
The end of the summer?
Yeah, it's early fall. It's about 9-10 months now.
Okay, so right now, maybe it's a possibility that the papers are still here in New York and not
They're at a processing center somewhere in a pile waiting to be reviewed.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, you wouldn't have filed it in New York.
I'm sorry?
You would not have filed it in New York. You filed it in the Chicago lockbox.
Oh, in the Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that where you filed it? I assume if you filed it properly.
Okay.
All right. I hope that's
All
where you
right.
sent
I'm
it.
still hanging on, waiting.
Do you have a receipt notice from USCIS saying they received it?
Yes.
Okay, then you did it right.
Right away, like 24 hours after I did it online.
Oh, you did online. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so they got
So
it.
I
They
got
got it.
that.
They got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm
I
just
thought you
waiting
mailed it
to
in.
see
That's
how
fine.
long.
Okay. Yeah, end of the summer, early fall.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You're welcome. I'm old-fashioned. I put it in the mail, Chicago lockbox. Millicent in Mount Vernon, New York.
Hi, Brad. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I have a question.
Yeah.
For my friend. She filed for her son in 2015 and don't hear nothing about it. Now I check online. They telling me they deny it. Say they send me a denial letter, but I don't get any. letter. I request back the letter, but they don't send me back it. Them said it's from 2021. They sent out that letter and I have received it.
We have to do what's called the USCIS FOIA, find out what happened, but I don't know if we're going to be able to revive that case. It's 2 years old already from the denial. Let's see.
From 2021?
Yeah, because we're now almost 20, well, let's see, over a year.
We are in 2022.
Yeah, all right, I'm bad at math, but it's over a year. I don't know if we'd be able to revive it at this point. First step is let's get a USCIS FOIA and see where they mailed everything. If they mailed it to an incorrect address, then maybe there's something we can do.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Donna in Manhattan.
Hi, Brad. Good
Hi, how are
afternoon.
you?
Yeah, I got 2 questions for you. Question number 1. I filed for my unmarried daughter, over 21,
right,
9 years ago, Brad. She just got her date to go to the embassy next month. Okay, can I ask you, what it is I, as a petitioner, have to give her to take to the embassy? What papers?
Updated tax returns, job letter, and originals of all documents submitted.
But those documents that were submitted was electronically, Brad. I don't have them.
Originals?
Like?
Original birth certificate.
Okay, I do have my original birth certificate. I'm married. I cannot find my marriage. No, I 5 years now I haven't worked. So from 2015,
All right, so whatever originals you have, I don't know what was submitted, but whatever originals, you're asking me, what does your daughter need to bring to the interview? Updated job letter, updated pay stubs,
from me.
From the petitioner and whoever did the affidavits of support. And any original documents that you filed electronically, you filed a copy of, an original she should go with.
Okay, Brad, let me say this to you. I have my birth.
Don't give me a list of everything.
No, I'm just saying something to you. I have my birth certificate, original. I cannot find my marriage paper.
Then you can't.
Okay, fine. And plus, I've not worked from 2015 to pay tax. Could I go to the IRS for some paper to give her?
No, because I assume you filed an affidavit of support that shows no income. Somebody else gave an affidavit of support.
Oh, so I don't need that. Okay, fine. Question number 2. I have a daughter who is a married child over 21. How long will it take for me to file for her?
15
She
years.
has 2 kids and a husband.
15 years.
30 years, okay. What if the child will be 21 by the filing? Will that child be able to come up with her? What is 5 now?
It depends on the Child Status Protection Act. It depends on how long the I-130 takes. That's unknown right now.
Oh, that's unknown.
Yeah.
But it's best to put in something to file. It's best
Put
to
it in. If you don't, every long journey starts with the first step. If you don't take the first step, you never get to the end. Life is long. People say, "Oh, I don't want to wait. I don't want to do it." Then they look back in a decade later and they say, regret that they didn't do anything because then they'd be eligible for their green cards now. Don't ever have any regret. It's only a filing fee. Put it in.
Yeah.
And
13 years, my God, that's a long time.
Wherever life takes you, but put it in and have no regrets. That's my advice.
So, Brad, let me get it again. All original documents that were submitted to the embassy for my daughter, I should give it to her and let her take it with her.
Correct.
Thank you, Brad.
All right.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Let's go to Gardini in the Bronx. Oh, shoot.
Hello?
Damn. Gotta wear jeans every day to work. Excuse me, Gardini.
Hello?
Hello, Gardini. Now I hear you. How are you?
Hello?
Yes, Gardini. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Brad. Thank you for having me here. I have a question. I came with, an F1 student visa in the United States in 2019.
Right.
But unfortunately, I got sick in 2020 during the pandemic, so I moved to New York near my family to get myself treated, and I wanted to go back in Texas, and I received a letter from my school saying that I'm out of status. So I wanted to, to do.
You want to reinstate your status. So
Yeah,
how
I
you,
wanted to
so how you
reinstate.
reinstate your status is get a new I-20 from the school.
No, I didn't do that. They proposed me to get new I-20 and leave the country, but
All right, so
I
I'm
could not
proposing
do.
to you to get a new I-20 and putting an application in to reinstate your status, that it was not your fault you fell out of status. You had a medical condition. Here's the medical records. I have the financial support. I'm healthy now. I want to go back into school. And you could ask to be reinstated.
Yeah, but I didn't have that information you just told me, so I did asylum, and how's it called? I got the letter for the interview. I went to the interview, and it's almost about 1 year. I didn't receive nothing from the IRS, so I don't know what to do. And I just want to go back to school while the document is processing, but I can't go back to school because they say I've already do asylum, so I don't know what to do right now.
I think you need a consultation. Hold on, that's what you need. Figure out what your asylum case is, and then we'll go from there. Let's go to Rakesh in Queens. Rakesh.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good afternoon, Brad. How are you?
Good, what's going on?
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
My husband came in 1996, and when he came over here, he about to walk out of JFK, they held him, and they sent him to the detention center. He came with false documents, with American citizen passport, and they sent him to detention center, and then they tried him, and he said he wanted to go home back. So they deported him back to Guyana, and they banned him for 5 years.
When in 1996 did this happen?
1996, I can't remember the month exactly.
Was it in the beginning of the year or the end of the year?
I think beginning of the year.
Okay.
And he went home back, then he stayed away for 5 years, and he came back in 2002.
How?
Now, the question is...
How did he come back in 2002?
He came through Miami. He came to Miami.
Without
and
inspection?
then without an inspection.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so he snuck back into the country?
Yes.
Okay, and the
He
question
came
and the
with-
question now is what? How does he get his green card?
Yes.
Well,
How can
he has no legal entry into the United States, presumably. He has a false claim to U.S. citizenship. You can get a waiver for a false claim to U.S. citizenship if the false claim was before October 96. So he's lucky on that. He stayed out. He stayed out the 5 years, so he's lucky on that. He's a person who entered without inspection who needs a waiver. He needs 2 waivers. So the only way he gets to adjust his status here is if he's 245I eligible, which means that somebody filed for him before 2001, or his parents had something filed in which he was derivative before 2001, or he has a son or daughter or a spouse in the military or former military, because then he can get parole in place, file an adjustment with a waiver.
Well, we're married over 19 years. 18 years, sorry. I'm a green card holder, and we have 2 kids, born citizens. So my question is,
how old are the kids?
17 and 10.
Hopefully one of the kids joins the military.
So, is there any way,
I just gave you my answer. I'm not holding anything back. Hold on. I think it's your friend in the background that you're talking about anyway for. And by the way, I heard the other person, by the way, Yo-Yo, who said, I'm calling for my friend, and halfway through the question was, and I.
This is why you're the best lawyer.
Yeah. I think I saw somebody in the comments say that too. I wasn't going to call her out on it, but then I saw somebody in the comments say it too. By the way, if you didn't get your immigration question asked and answered, you could always follow me on Instagram. Follow me at Real Brad Bernstein. Drop me a DM. I'll be happy to answer your questions as best as I can. You can also follow us on at Bradshaw Live for the best 30 seconds of Bradshaw Live. You can also follow us on TikTok at Bradshaw Live. Leave your questions in the comments, and I'll try to give you an answer as best as I can to your problem for the whole entire world to see.
And you guys can follow me at Jonathan Elias TV on Instagram.
And later in the show, we're going to celebrate summer in New York City's diversity with a trip to the World's Fair held at Citifield.
And in 2018, thousands of marches in support of gun reform popped up all over the U.S. in response to the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, that killed 17 people. We covered the March for Our Lives demonstration in New York City, and in light of current events and continued gun violence in America, we thought we'd revisit the event and hear what some of the attendees had to say.
So our grandchildren and children can have a better future. They don't need to go to school and be scared every day. When we went to school, all we did was a fire drill. Today, they're teaching these kids how to hide and be silent from terrorists.
It's something that we all need to get behind. My sign says, no other country has these problems. It's true, and it's something that lawmakers have the ability to change.
Someone actually pranked the school saying that they were going to shoot it up, so pretty much everyone kind of freaked out, and they shut down the school for about a day, and then everyone came back afterwards. At first, I thought that it was real, and I freaked out because a lot of things like that are happening. I didn't want that to happen, so I was kind of afraid.
I mean, as a public school teacher, to me, this is just unbelievable that from where I came when I started teaching to where we are now, that we're protesting. I try to prevent guns in schools, and there are people who are advocating for people like myself to carry a gun. This is insane. This is just an important moment, and I'm glad I'm here with my kids.
I am out here marching because I have a daughter, and I want her to be able to live in a world and go to school without fear of guns.
I'm out here with my uncle to make sure that we show people that we're not taking this anymore.
Why does a regular citizen need a weapon of war, a gun that can shoot 70, 80 rounds? Why does a regular citizen need that?
It's got to stop. If I have to march every weekend, I will do it. First things first, all automatic weapons gone. Number 2, squeeze the gun lobby. No more gun money in our government, period.
The NRA is really idiotic. I just hope that there's going to be no more deaths of children like me and Griff. I just really don't want more people to suffer.
I'm a medical student, and medical schools across the country are standing up, and we all did a walkout on March 14th. I organized one at my school in New Jersey, and schools across the country are posting on social media, and our hashtag is White Coats Against Gun Violence, and the national slogan that people have been putting on banners is gun violence is a public health issue.
I really hope that the outcome today and this movement, this incredible movement, that we all are part of it, something happens, it's the Me Too, is everything, it's enough already. It's enough.
I think that is ludicrous. I don't think it's right. I think it'll be more accidents.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's literally sounds like you're trying to sell more guns.
I do not believe that we need guns in our society. I believe we need more books, more art, more culture, more music.
The outrage extends to all the things it should be covering, to Black Lives Matter and to immigration, to all the various areas. We should be shouting about all these things.
I have 2 young kids, and I really want to make sure that things like this don't happen, because even if it doesn't happen to them directly, it's still traumatizing for the younger kids. Politicians need to wake up, and we're going to vote them out of office.
All right, social media check-in. Let's do it.
All right, Kianosh, Facebook VIP member. My wife is a green card holder and has submitted I-130 for me and my daughter, and we're waiting in Canada for the results. If we visit U.S. and apply for adjustment of status after 3 months, is this going to restart the whole process from the beginning, or will the amount of time we have been waiting for the I-130 in Canada from March 2021 to present be considered an I-485? So in other words, if we apply...
Yes, I understand. It's considered, especially since there's the priority date's retrogressed in the F2A, so I believe you should still be eligible to adjust based on your priority date.
Okay. As if Khan, Facebook VIP member, I would like to know how long will the humanitarian reinstatement case take? It's already been 4 months so far.
About 9 months.
Okay. Tracy Tazzy, a Facebook VIP member, an immigration petition was filed for my brother by his siblings over 9 years ago. I tried to check on the visa bulletin prediction, and it predicted 2032. Is that possible? Isn't that too long? Again, as per his case number, California is his processing state, which is stated in California.
Brothers and sisters are taking about 15 years now. You can never predict the future.
William Patrick Kamga, Facebook VIP member. What type of document can an asylum seeker use to travel state by state when his passport is expired and he's waiting for his new work permit to renew with his driver's license?
Well, you need a photo ID. If your passport expired, your driver's license is no good, your work permit's no good, then you are SOL, and that doesn't mean statute of limitations. You got to be more aware, in these situations. Keep your passport valid.
Bad Gal Thompson on Facebook. Can an 18-year-old who's undocumented and only has one parent who isn't living in the States and the other is deceased get a SIJ? Also, is
Yes.
SIJ only granted in state of New York? The mother's undocumented.
It's granted in all 50 states. You got to get guardianship. Someone has to become a guardian of you and prove that one of your parents abandoned, neglected, or injured you. And you have a dead parent. That's unfortunately not your dead parent's fault, but abandonment.
Alex Okereke on YouTube. I filed an I-485 since April 2019. Second interview was conducted March 30th, 2022. There's not been any communication from USCIS. What are my options at this point?
Threat of mandamus.
Daryl Winnabaugh on YouTube. My spouse has a conviction for reckless driving and speeding and license suspension because of no car insurance, and she uploaded the payment fine on her citizenship application. Is it okay to upload, and will this conviction affect her citizenship?
Sounds like it would. It doesn't sound like a person of good moral character doing all that stuff. But I would not be uploading anything till you know the immigration consequences of not only the citizenship, but I don't know if what she did is deportable.
Stefan and Kezi on YouTube. I have a pending asylum case in court now and about to apply for TPS and advanced parole. If I can get it, can I travel outside and come back?
In theory, since you have not been ordered deported, yes, but I would not suggest traveling even with advanced parole onto deportation. Who knows what would happen at the airport? They could always keep you in jail, in immigration detention. I wouldn't try it unless there's an emergency.
CE user on YouTube, can you explain the difference between hardship waiver for an adult son to a parent and the parent to a child or adult child? Which one is possible? Which one is not available?
You can do hardship, a waiver, a 601 waiver, which is your hardship waiver, let's say for misrepresentation. You can do hardship to your parents, you can do hardship to your spouse. But what you can't do is, and that means that the parents are the petitioner, that means the spouse is the petitioner. What you can't do is say, I am a parent and my U.S. citizen son or daughter will have a hardship. That doesn't go that way.
Nova Samaj on YouTube. I submitted my I-751 application on January 21st, 2021. Everything ran smoothly until April 21st when the file had been updated. Still waiting for the interview. Nothing has changed since then. Is this normal?
And during COVID and post-COVID, yes.
Prince Awule on YouTube. I filed for my daughters 18 and 22 in October 2021. How long will it take in each case? I'm a green card holder.
2 to 3 years. Under 21, over 21, 7 to 8.
Marge Higgs on Facebook. Is it easier and shorter to get someone from Jamaica's via fiance visa or marriage to a U.S. citizen?
Fiance visa is faster these days.
Dane Thompson on YouTube. I just did my police character. I'm from Jamaica. My wife is filing for me. How long do I have to wait before my medical?
You're going to take your medical a few days before your visa interview.
Tremaine Ramdeen on Facebook. I filed an I-130 for my mom July 17th, 2021, and I received a receipt letter wanting to know when USCIS say activity reviewing your case. What does this mean?
You're reviewing your case.
Lindbergh Albino on Facebook. I've entered here in the U.S. as a J2 visa category. Is there a chance to change my status if I get a letter/company that will be willing to sponsor me as a trailer driver?
No, there's no work visa for truck driver.
And last one, Novelette Johnson on Facebook. I have petitioned for my okay, she didn't say who when we asked, so she petitioned for somebody. February 26, 2016. I've paid all fees and her priority date is February 2016. Now everything is approved and all fees are paid. Now she's waiting on an interview date. How much longer will it take? I'm a citizen.
I would assume it's her daughter.
She just didn't say.
Or son, who's single. Probably about a year and a half.
All right.
All right, so summer is here, so we thought we'd celebrate getting outside, enjoying what New York has to offer by going with our correspondent, Vanessa Contreras, to the World's Fair at Citifield in Queens. The fair celebrated New York City's diversity by uniting over 100 cultures through food, drink, music, and dance, and paid tribute to the Great World's Fair of 1964. Let's watch.
Hey Brad Squad, I'm Vanessa Contreras. Today we're here at the World's Fair, F-A-R-E, at Citifield in Queens, New York. The 1964 World's Fair, F-A-I-R, was held in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, and was themed Peace Through Understanding. Millions of people attended the fair to explore the countries that were represented from around the world. Today, this iconic fair is being reimagined for the second year in a row by Schneps Media to celebrate New York City's diversity through international cuisine, beer, music, dance, and more. So without further ado, let's go check out the World Fair. I'm here with Deepta, owner of Fiza NYC, and she has beautiful jewelry, which I'm loving.
Oh,
is this your first time participating in World Fair?
Actually, this is my second time participating in World Fair. Best experience ever you can get with food, merchandise. It's like you have a whole world under one roof.
Yeah.
That's why it's World Fair.
How long have you had Fiza NYC?
5 years. Fiza means weather, so fashion is changing, just like weather. So that's how I named it, Fiza.
All the pieces here are from India, correct?
Everything is from India, including me.
I'm in love with Indian culture, the colors. Can you tell me a little bit about your immigration story?
My immigration story was blind love. I met my husband online. Yeah, they say love at first sight, I say love at first email.
How many years have you been here in the States?
It's been 12 years, happily married, 2 kids.
So many beautiful pieces here. Can you please show me?
These are our special summer spring collections. So we customize these, you know, you're short, you're tall, you're big, it doesn't matter. We'll make it for you. We have our evil eye piece. Each evil eye have a different color on it. That's representing 9 planets. Makali, that's again for protection. Every piece along with the fashion, it has a story, it has a meaning. America is, you know, country full of immigrants, and that's what we are catering to everyone.
So we've taken a quick trip to Egypt, and I'm here with Peter, who is the owner of American Pharaohs. Is this your first time at World Fair?
So this is the first time at the World's Fair, and American Pharaohs came out. We wanted to represent something cultural. So we're Egyptian, and we were born and raised in Cairo. and we came up with the name as a reflection of where we came from.
So I want to hear a little bit more about your family's immigration story.
We came in 2006. We came as a whole family, and I was 14 when I came here, and we were chasing the American dream for a better future.
What are you guys serving here today?
We started with the chicken shawarma, which is a technique that we do like a diced chicken with mixed vegetables on a pita bread, and then we put white sauce on a tahini, and it's the sesame dressing that we're really proud of.
Peter, I can't wait to try one of their falafels.
Absolutely. Really good. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys.
So I'm here at Moonman Indonesia with business owner Weni.
Moonman is Indonesian dessert. Me and my cousin Nigel, we dream about street food in Indonesia. We have coconut pancake, pandan steam cake, cassava cake, and we have also ube steam cake and mung bean pudding.
Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is coconut pancake with java palm sugar.
Tell me a little bit about your immigration story and coming to America from Indonesia.
I came here 8 years ago because I'm married with my husband. And my cousin Nigel, he came here because study here, and then he decided to live here.
And how long have you guys been working on Moonman?
3 years.
It looks delicious. I can't wait to try one. First time I try anything from Indonesia. Coconut. Definitely like the coconut. So I'm here at the Vi Girl Liberia tent, super excited with the owner, Gigi. Is this your first time here at World Fair?
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about Vi Girl, what it's all about. The colors are phenomenal.
I work in the beauty industry and the fashion industry, and every time I would go home to Liberia, everyone would say, can you make me a bag? Can you make me a slippers? I decided to do slippers and bags, which is my passion. I love bags. I have hundreds of bags. So I decided, all right, maybe I could turn this into a business about 3-4 years ago. I decided to name it Vi Girl because I'm from the Vi tribe in Liberia. I'm a Vi girl.
Yes. Can you tell me about your immigration story coming from Liberia and now here in the U.S.?
In 1989, there was a civil war. Started in Liberia, and my siblings and I, including my mom, we went to the refugee camp in Sierra Leone, and 2 of my siblings was born here. One filed an affidavit, and we came into the United States as refugees. So this has been our home for the past 25 years.
I saw that the former Queensborough president, Claire Schulman, was buying some pieces.
I did not know that was her title, but I'm happy she bought a dress. She tried it on. She tried 3 pieces.
She looks great in it.
Yeah, she looked fantastic. She said, I'm wearing it to the office tomorrow.
I had the opportunity to catch Carlos, who is the designer of these pieces. How are you inspired? How do you feel that you bring a little bit of yourself to Vi Girl?
I've been designing for about 20 years, and coming from Puerto Rico, there's a lot of vibrant colors, the fabric, the women always so fashionable. And hooking up with Gigi and being her business partner, I mean, seeing where she comes from and seeing all the beautiful fabrics that you see around us here, I mean, it was easy to be inspired. We're giving back to the community, and we're giving back to people that work over there, the local artisans, the local leather makers. I feel like we're doing something good.
Okay, Brad Squad, so I'm here with Beatriz from Delicacies Brigadeiros in Brazil. Tell me what the truffles are and how you make them.
You're only gonna have them if you go to a special place. So we want America to know this is a special treat for us, so you feel like you're in a Brazilian home. They're homemade, they're made in small batches with high quality ingredients because it's our pride.
Which flavor is your favorite?
The cheese one, it has my favorite color, which is purple, and it's called Carioca because I'm from Rio, and people from Rio call themselves Cariocas.
Can you tell me a little bit about your immigration story from Rio to the States?
My family came here because of violence in Brazil, and so we immigrated here, and now I'm a citizen, and you know, for me this is the American dream. You know, building a life in a new country that gives you the opportunity.
I can't wait to try one of these, maybe even the cheese that you recommended.
Yes, you want to try now?
Yeah. Amazing. And it's purple. You're onto something here.
It was my grandmother's, and she wanted to pass on the tradition. Even though I'm not in Brazil, you know, we're bringing our family tradition here. Yeah. And now for my children, they're Americans. They're my American dream.
So I'm having a great time at the fair and I've made some new friends. What's been your favorite part of the fair today?
So there's this restaurant called War. It's Ghanaian food. This is my first time having food from Ghana, so I was happy with my stop.
Me being here trying different type of food, it's like, woo! I feel good, right?
There was an Italian stand that had risotto, fried balls, and I love Italian food, so it just seems like two of the best things put together.
Where you're from?
So our family hails from Haiti, the West Indies. So naturally, we were intrigued because, you know, we're used to our food at home. I think this is a perfect event, especially, you know, what's going on right now in our world, being around different people, different foods. What brings people together? Food and love, right?
I hope you ladies enjoy the rest of your day. It's been such a pleasure speaking to you guys. I've had the best time at World's Fair today. We got to experience so much culture and meet so many great people. There was music, fashion, which I love, but nothing like the food that I've gotten to taste today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time, Brad Squad.
All right.
Nice.
All right, you ready for
speed round?
Speed round. Let's do it. All right, my recollection is we had a bad few days, but we have our glasses on now.
Yes, we have our glasses.
So we have no excuse.
Yes.
Now that the glasses are on.
This is true.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Can a green card holder sponsor someone?
Of course they can.
Can you travel freely outside of the U.S. if you're on TN status?
As long as you have a visa that comes stamped to come back.
How will I know my case has been approved?
You'll get an approval letter from USCIS.
Can a Canadian with a record visit the U.S. by land or border?
Depends what the record is.
Can fiance file for a K-1 visa for me even if my B-1, B-2 visa was recently revoked?
Of course.
Do you think the EB2 category will retrogress like EB3?
I don't know.
Can DACA recipients get real ID?
Yes, they should be able to.
If you win the DV lottery while in the U.S., will you be sent back to your country or does the status just change?
If you're in legal status, you can adjust here.
Can I move from J1 to F1 to TN as a Canadian?
Of course.
How long can I wait to file for my citizenship?
5 years after you get your green card.
Ooh. Yes. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. We did it. We did it.
I'm trying to think if there's... We don't get any balloons. I mean, they're very quick. They're very quick to blow us up.
Right.
Balloons, forget it. You
forget about it.
Oh yeah, you gotta beg. You gotta beg them.
You gotta beg
them for it.
Sheesh.
Jeez, I'm trying to think if there was anything. Can a green card holder file? Yeah, a green card holder can file for a spouse. A green card holder can file for their children.
Mm-hmm.
What was the? You can change status. Yeah, I don't think there was any issues.
I don't think so.
I think it was clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
There we go.
Clean.
You
All
like
right.
that.
Comments
You like
of the day. Let's go, Yo-Yo. Comments
All right.
of the day. We like it. We did it.
All right, our first comment of the day. This is when we were talking about immigrants earlier. Robert Jackson said, "We would be nothing without immigrants." And yes, this is very, very true.
That is very true.
This is very true. All right, our second comment of the day. Grandma Marjig saying, on the subject of the military, my daughter graduated from the Army last week as a combat engineer, and she, along with 3 others, sang the anthem at graduation.
Oh, wow.
Proud mommy.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
That's awesome.
All right. She joined the military. She's tough and can sing.
And can sing.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and we have another one. Stephen and Kenzie saying, "Oh my God, I love Bradshaw."
Oh, thank you very much. You didn't know that before.
I think he might have just
Joined us.
found out.
Yeah.
Stephen and Kenzie.
Okay.
All right, and our last comment of the day. CE user saying, the greatest show on earth with the best crew, knowledgeable and entertaining at the same time. You can't beat that. A must-see show for immigrants and everyone in the migrant community.
Thank you very much, CE user.
Yeah,
you
that
know
was
the
really
greatest
nice.
show on earth used to be Barnum and Bailey's Circus, but since they went out of business, we took over as the
Slid
greatest
right
show
on
on
through.
earth.
Yeah.
All right, have a great evening. Before you know it, it's hump day, yo-yo, tomorrow already.
Oh, it is.
Already tomorrow.
Oh,
it's already
goodness
hump
gracious.
day. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And visit us now at our Connecticut office, 221 Main Street, Suite 501, Hartford, Connecticut. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465.